everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It is time for our weekly recap of Marriage Bootcamp. This is season 17, episode 9, and it was titled The Truth Hurts. Alright, so it's day 9, and it's lie detector day, pretty much. And that's pretty much what the episode was about, lie detector day and them out there clubbing. That's all it was really about. Everybody was pretty much nervous about the lie detector, except for Phaedra. She said she really wasn't worried or anything like that. Hazel was telling Devon that he better not be lying. Shonda is telling Willie, like, you nervous? And he like, nah, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I just want to know if we going to be able to move forward in this relationship, and if we not going to be able to forgive each other or kind of move past everything, then we might as well not even be together. So that was a good word, but they've been together all this time, so who knows, child. We see Tahiri, she outside talking to Medina, and she's saying like, what's she gonna do without them? And he was basically saying like, love yourself first or whatever, because she was saying like she date people with problems. And he was saying, because she kept saying like, keep it real. I didn't understand why she kept saying that, but whatever. He was like, well, keeping it real is tricky. People always talking about keeping it real, but keeping it real don't always mean it is right, and keeping it real don't always mean it is right for the right thing to do, or for the right person, or to that person, or something like that. And then she was talking about how she wants them to do like a marriage boot camp group chats to keep each other in line and stuff. Devon and Phaedra in the kitchen. So Devon asked Phaedra, like, you care that he out there talking to other women and stuff like that? And she was like, no, I don't care. Like, what's that bothering me for? Because, like, if y'all strong in y'all relationship, just because they talking to a different female or male, vice versa, it shouldn't matter. Like, I don't talk to whoever. It's like, because I know that you're not going to do nothing crazy. Child, he talking to Phaedra about Hazel and how he do everything for her and he not clout chasing and yada, 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 child. Why she overhear the conversation? So she overheard the goddamn conversation, child. She starts spazzing on him. They go outside. She all this, you talking to other bitches and stuff, like, not other bitches. She was like, you talking to other girls about me and what, that's, you wrong. And like, she going in. You know how Hazel do. Like, just too much. And I'm like, he talking to Phaedra. He don't want Phaedra. And Phaedra like, he wasn't talking bad about you, honey. Like, nothing was going on. And she like, yeah, whatever. He talking about some act your age, act 35, you not 16, and she about to throw a drink in his face. Phaedra like, chill. She just too much. Cause she mad because he was telling Phaedra about issues in their relationship. But that's what Marriage Bootcamp is about, for y'all to get y'all stuff out, for y'all to talk to one another, so somebody can give their perspective on the relationship. Not so much to put you down, but she was taking it as he was putting her down and stuff. And everybody came around the corner, was looking and stuff, and it was a mess. They went inside. She's saying he insecure and he's seeking attention and validation. It was a hot ass mess, child. Like, it was a hot ass mess. She like, don't discuss me with nobody. And Phaedra at her confessional was like, look, it could be head over heels or head over crazy, because that ain't right. Willie said he was proud of Devon for standing his ground. Everybody looking like, well, what the hell happened? Phaedra tell them. And then Shonda was like, well, I think Hazel a little insecure. And she is, because she think that this man out here playing her. So every time he talked to somebody new, it's like, oh, so you just want me for my money. You don't really want me and all this other stuff. I'm like, girl, and you was going to have a baby by him? That's not healthy. Like, come on. So then everybody get called into the living room. Vado was back. What irritated me was, like, it's lie detector day, right? So Judge Toller was saying, like, Vado can ask, no, Tahiri can ask her question to Vado, but Vado can't ask his question to Tahiri for what he did on day 5. I was like, what? They don't. So he being, child, I didn't like that, because Tahiri was wrong in that situation as well. He was double wrong for putting his hands on her, but she was wrong too. So, like, can we tell her that she was wrong as well? We just going just gloss over that part. Like, it was just, I don't know how y'all felt about that, because I was just like, why he being penalized because he put his hands on her, but you all had him participate in the other event last week. So like whatever. Anyway, they get up there and Judge Taller is basically saying like they have questions that they've been asking throughout the whole experience through their confession cam and stuff like that, and some people's questions have stayed the same, some people's questions have changed throughout the time or whatever, so they're going to try to figure out what question everyone can be asked or whatever like that. The crew come in for the lie detector, child. It was like 6 of them. They get sent off into the bedrooms to, you know, set up and stuff like that so they can ask the questions or whatnot. Medina and Phaedra were called up first, and Medina wants to know, do you want to be in a sexual relationship? Well, Medina's question was, do you want to be in a sexual relationship? Was that his question? Both their questions was about sex. So his question was something like, do you want to be in a sexual relationship with Phaedra? And her question was, do you want to be in a sexual relationship with Medina? I think that was their question. I was just like, that's all we here for is sex. Like, if you don't just bust it wide open for this man. But anyway, Willie and Shonda. Shonda's question to Willie was, will you be faithful forever, or will you, cheat later on down the line? And Willie's question was, will Shonda forgive me or whatever? Hazel is not going to do it because of the miscarriage and her body going through a lot of stuff. But her question to Divine for him to answer was, are you using Hazel for fame? And then Divine had a question, but Hazel is not going to do the lie detector test, but she's supposed to discuss it with him or whatever. And it was, is he not happy? No. Are you going to treat me like a man or a little boy or some shit like that? And he was not happy about her not taking the test. He was like, that's some bullshit or whatever. I was just like, but her body had been through a lot. So her results could be skewed a little bit because of that. And then who else? Tahiri's question to Vado was, were you apologetic for putting your hands on Tahiri? And then Tahiri's question, no, Vado's question for Tahiri was, do you accept physical violence as a normal part of the relationship? So they get separated. I think Phaedra went first. Divine went first. Vado went. And Vado couldn't even be in his original room. He had to go in Corrupt's room and Tony's old room. I said, damn, he can't even be in the room. She not in the room, but whatever, child. I forgot who else went first. I know Phaedra's, Vado, Divine, and Willie went first, I think. Hazel sitting outside. She already crying, child, talking about something. She getting played. And Shonda was like, well, what's your plans? Like, if his tests come back negative, positive or whatever. And she was like, well, that question is hindering on the whole relationship. Because if he just using me for clout or my fame and stuff like that, then I'm out or whatever. And then Shonda was saying, like, did Shonda say something? Yeah. No, I don't think she did. I don't think she said it. Because no, Shonda went second. So then Phaedra, when she came downstairs, because then they swapped places or whatever like that, they was like, well, you want to give him the puss or whatever? Talking about Medina. And she's talking about something, well, this puss too good. It might have him on lock and stuff. And all he going to focus on is the puss and stuff. I understood what she was saying. But girl, he been sticking around for this long without any. So you think about it, when he finally gets some, he going to be like deuces. I mean, it could happen. But I don't see Medina doing nothing like that. What y'all think? So everybody kind of waiting for the results. Hazel and what's his name? Divine was talking again, and he's saying like, I don't know what he was saying. Divine irritates because he's like so childlike. And it's like, you supposed to be like this grown ass man and stuff like that, but like, what are you talking about? He's still talking about. So is you gonna still treat me like a young man, a boy or some shit like that? And she was like, well, it depends on how you answer this question, because this is all dependent on that. If you answer it in the correct way and it comes back that you ain't do nothing wrong or whatever like that, then fine. I'm yours, like, ain't no problems and stuff. And he like, well, I know you gonna be still talking about it going on later on down the line and yada yada yada. And she like, no, that's not it or whatever. So it was just kind of like weird, child. What happened, child? Oh, so then they get called back into the living room and stuff, and Judge Taller was like, she got the results. But she not going to give out the results until the next day. And she was saying like, I will tell you that 3 people came back deceptive. So everybody looking like, what? Who came back? Lying and stuff like that. So we don't know. We're going to find out next Thursday on the season finale. But then she tells them that they getting a hall pass. They going to 2 separate groups, the girls with the guys. And, they going out partying and all that other stuff or whatever. So, what was it? Because I'm trying to think. Because this episode, really, like I said, it really wasn't a lot. So they get all dressed up and stuff. They giving a hall pass. Willie talking about something. This is the first time he was given a hall pass. So let him walk the halls. I'm like, sir, you didn't walk too many goddamn halls. You need to sit your ass down somewhere. Okay? The men thinking the women gonna have. No, what he was saying? Y'all ain't gonna have no good time. Y'all ain't gonna have no good time. The girls went to the no. Before they even got down there, Hazel and Devon again, she like, you better not be talking to no bitches and all this other stuff. He was like, I ain't gonna be talking to no bitches and whatnot. I know how to act and all this other stuff. I said, Lord. And then I was like, what is she wearing? What it was with them pleather little Don't that be hot? Don't your butt be hot and sweaty? I don't understand it. But anyway, what else, child? Medina was saying, like, Phaedra better not abuse her hall pass and have sex with some. I said, you really think Phaedra gonna be out here getting freak Well, never mind. I'm sorry. It is Phaedra. Hazel was, they all in the little party bus, and Hazel was thinking Phaedra had lied or whatever, and Phaedra thinking Medina didn't pass, Shonda thinking it was her, because she don't know if she'll be able to forgive Willie, which is understandable because of everything that he's put her through. And I found it crazy how they was doing a lie detector test in their room. So Shonda, her lie detector test was in her room, but they got all them text messages on the wall and shit. Like, they could have put her in a different room, because that have made me look at the text messages like, yo, this nigga, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway, let me see, what else, child? Oh, so Shonda was saying like she not gonna keep being with Willie if he gonna keep cheating and all that other stuff. The buck stops here and whatnot. I hope so, because I'm like, girl, you done put up with 12 years of cheating. Yeah, she cheated once or twice, I think. However, like, he cheated way more. Not saying she was right, but you stayed for all that and you ain't leave. I don't know. I don't know if I believe you too much. But she say the buck stops here. But whatever. They all at the clubs. The girls having a good ass time. They popping it, they dancing, they popping bottles and all this other stuff. Of course, guys is coming up to them. Some old man that came up to them. I was like, if you don't go somewhere and sit down. But they having a good ass time. Tahiri was blocking the men from talking to Hazel. That shit was funny when he was like, I think I know you from somewhere. And she was like, oh really? And he would just sit down. Her eyes was like, girl, help me. But Tahiri was blocking the dudes. The girls they did good or whatever. They was on their best behavior. The guys at first they looked kind of dry or whatever. They was just kind of sitting there drinking and whatnot, and then all of a sudden they was like, fuck it, we gonna get drunk. So they got all drunk and stuff, started dancing, started partying and all this other stuff. These girls was coming up there and getting all in their faces, talking and all this other stuff. Willie was entertaining them to the child. I said, Lord have mercy. But thank goodness Devon and his little young ass was there, because he was blocking them women. He was like, no, we is not here for that. We here to dance. We got girls. Go on, get out here with y'all little hot asses. Get the demons out of here. Whatever. I said, oh Lord. And he said that was his first time going out to a club without Hazel, because he's always with Hazel. I was like, oh, that is not healthy. But I mean, whatever works for them. But he needs to have his guy time and she needs to have her girl time. They need to have like separate time and stuff. Maybe not at the club or something like that, but like just to chill and whatever. But whatever. But he kept thinking about Hazel all night. He is committed to that girl, child. And I don't know if it's just for her money and her fame, or if it's really like he loved her, but he was really committed to her. Because he was blocking them women. Medina was like, I was kind of worried about Willie for a second there, but thank goodness Divine here blocking them. So the girls was flirting, Divine was blocking them. They was getting towed up, okay? Devon, they leave out the club. Devon, he tore up some more, but he wanted to drink some more on the bus. I said, God damn. So he ends up falling out the seat on the bus, bumping his head on the other side of the couch. Then he was like, I don't know if he was coughing or burping or something, but then he ended up throwing up on himself. I said, oh my God. And they had to carry him basically in the room. He's stumbling up the steps, almost fell. He was towed up from the floor up. The medics is called in there to the room because he projectile vomited and stuff. And he's talking about something. I don't have no problem. I know how to handle my liquor. Sir, we can see that you don't. We can see that you don't. But then Hazel, she like, well, I'm going to go stay in my room. Because they were supposed to stay in, I forgot which room she was supposed to stay in. But she was supposed to stay in the room with the girls. And the guy was supposed to stay in Hazel in the room. She wasn't going to her room. She see him all on the couch, on the bed and stuff. It's like, what's going on? What's wrong? They was like, well, he's been throwing up all night. She was like, you've been throwing up. What is going on with you? And then she see this blood on his pants. She like, why are you bleeding on your pants? Like, what's going on? Like, somebody cut you? Like, what's going on? And I was like, okay, she concerned. Then she busts out with, what, you had some bitch on you dancing and stuff? What, some bitch with her period was on dancing? I said, Hazel, you doing too goddamn much. And then that was how the episode went off, child. I said, she doing teen too much right now. That's where you went. Some girl on her period was dancing on him. And they got the blood. Hazel, go somewhere. Go somewhere. This episode, like I said, really wasn't a lot. Next week is the season finale. Y'all let me know what y'all felt about this episode. Go ahead and put it down in them comments. If y'all like this recap, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you're watching my channel but not subscribed to it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.